Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in today's film, which is rather cloudy, we're driving through Tsada down to Paphos, rather an unusual route. So let's have the map up first of all. First of all, we're going to be going around Tsada itself. Then we're coming down, avoiding the B7 as much as we can through Olympos, well, part of Olympos anyway. And then we're going to be going into Mesa Chorio and coming out near the International School of Paphos. So yes, I fancied a change on my way down to Paphos today, and I thought I'd go. I had intended to actually go through the main part of Olympos, but I took the wrong turning, so we're going for a different bit. But we'll more on that later. First of all, we're going to go through Tsada. That's the village you can see on the top of the hill directly above Paphos. It's a lovely little village. I say little, it's actually quite big. It's got a lot of winding roads in it, so if you get lost, don't be surprised. Though if you do get lost, there's not very far you can go, so don't be alarmed or anything. There is a nice big church in the centre, which is a good landmark, and there are some restaurants, and there's a wine bar, I believe, next to it as well. We'll look out for that as we go past. Now, if you take one of the turnings around here, I'm not sure up to it, yeah, it might be that one there actually, it'll take you to the old Aphrodite's brewery, which I believe is shut now. But that also means that you can get here from the B7 via Aphrodite's brewery too. There are lots of dead ends up here, so pay attention to the no entry signs if you're, well, not no entry, dead end signs, I mean, if you're just exploring. And drive slowly, obviously, because if you meet someone coming the other way, one of you is going to have to reverse. Yes, it's been very cloudy over the last couple of days. No sign of rain yet, though, unfortunately. But hopefully we'll be getting some soon. I know if you're here on holiday, you don't want to see rain, but if it does rain, a couple of hours later it'll be like it's the summer again, so don't worry too much about it. Unless it's a storm. We do get storms in the winter time, and they can be very powerful and lovely to watch. Right, you can see the main church now, and we'll be coming down the side of it. I mentioned at night time this place is full of people eating. There's a tavern just there, Aristos. Now that should be the wine bar if it's still open. I don't know, it's hard to say from that shot. Vin 36, I think it was called. But I mean, all the food places here and the wine bar have got very good reviews on Google Maps. You'll find that about most of the villages. The quality of food you get in the local taverns is exceptional. And it's a lot cheaper when you'll get down at the seafront and harbour and tourist areas, for obvious reasons. Right, now we're turning back onto the main road. And I was going to go through Olympos, but I took the wrong turning when we crossed the main road. I should have stayed on the main road for a bit. So here we come out. And I should have gone left, but instead I go straight across. Having looked both ways first, obviously. That slight pause was me realising I wasn't where I wanted to be. You can just see where I was aiming for on the left. There's a little hill with lots of villas on it. That's the main body of the Olympos village. Looking on the map, this bit where I'm on doesn't have a separate name, so I'm assuming it's all part of the same Olympos. However, it may not be where I originally intended, but it is a very nice winding route down the hill with some amazing views. Bear in mind though that you cannot come up the opposite way if you're coming, well, you can't turn it's a one-way turning at the end when it hits the B7. If that makes sense. Around we go. Cloudy, but it was sunny down towards Paphos, which was good because I was on my way to fly the drone for a bit. And nothing worse than flying the drone in dreary clouds. It's a bit windy though it was. Unfortunately, my new drone's quite robust when it comes to wind. Surprising amount of houses along this route. And there's the other side of the B7 towards Collie, with Tsada down that way. Pardon me. Anyway, while these views are basically repeating themselves, I may as well mention our YouTube channel, which I hope you'll subscribe to if you like our films, and share the films far and wide and all that, because the more you do that, the more revenue we'll get from YouTube. And also, if you want to help us out financially, then go to our buymeacoffee.com/Paphos Live page and send us a few coffees, and that will be greatly appreciated, and it will all help towards making new films. And if you want to get something in return for your money, go to the etsy.com/shop/Paphos Life, and you can buy lots of memorabilia about Paphos using photographs that we produce, such as not candles, calendars, t-shirts, cups, phone covers, all sorts. So go there and check that out, and you'll also help us out that way. Also follow us on Facebook on Paphos Life, our page. We've got over 70,000 members there now, or followers rather. And if you have questions about Paphos, join our Paphos chat group. Or if it's more to do with the whole of Cyprus, then we have another one called Cyprus Chat. And that's the marketing over and done with. So let's go back to our usual coverage. Yeah, the trouble with drives like this, where you're basically going up a huge hill, or down a huge hill rather, is that you'll see lots of viewpoints. And especially if you have a camera, like when I was trekking, for instance, I'd be trekking up the side of a mountain, and I'd take loads of pictures from viewpoints, and you get them home, and they're pretty much all the same picture, because you've just taken the same shot from just slightly different elevations. And then you have to decide which ones are the best, because you can't show like 20 pictures of the same shot. But we're now going to be hitting the B7. So you can only turn left here. We do not want you going out across the traffic, because there's a turning just to the right, so cars will be already coming down there quite quickly. The last thing they need is you in the middle of the road in front of them. So it's still quite gloomy here because of the cloud, but it does get a bit brighter as we head towards Paphos. But soon we're going to be coming off here and heading into Mesa Chorio. Excuse me if I got that pronounced wrong. Well, we'll actually be driving through Mesogi and Mesa Chorio. It's Mesogi first. I'm not sure where the boundary is, but they're basically villages above Paphos that I suppose in some ways have got integrated into the main Paphos city now in terms of their locality and size. But I'm sure the villagers themselves still consider themselves part of a village rather than the city. In 20 years' time, who knows what it'll be like. I imagine this is the old B7 before they built the main road between Paphos and Strumby. I could be wrong, I'm just speculating here. There's a donkey sanctuary or horse place, stables near here somewhere as well, on the left I think. Now years ago when we were taking our daughter to school at the International School of Paphos, there used to be a little pack of dogs just around here, about 5 of them, and it's quite sweet because they're all very small, like Jack Russell sized dogs, but they'd all be running around in a little gang. But one day they vanished, all of them. Whether their owner got a new gate or not, or what, I don't know. But we're now entering Mesogi proper. Now driving through here, the roads are quite narrow, but you might meet a fair number of cars on it because it's like a back entry to the International School of Paphos as well in terms of like road routes. So all I'm saying is don't drive too quickly through here and keep an eye out for stopping points, etc., so that you'll know if you need to reverse, where to go to, etc. I think in this instance I didn't have any issues, but if you come during school time or start and end of school rather, like us on like you'll meet a school bus here. So do bear that in mind. Again, there were quite a few taverns along this route. All worth a look. There's one just there. Now I believe the distinction between Mesogi and Mesa Chorio is here. So now we're going to say we're in Mesa Chorio. Yeah, that looks like I was right. There is a lot of renovation work going on in this village. You can't drive through the main route at the moment because the road's up. I'm not sure how much more work they've got, but when you come to this road closed sign in a minute, you have to turn right. Well, say you have to, you don't. You can go left up there, which will take you to Armu eventually. But we're going to go right. And again, you get very nice views here of the entirety of Paphos. But also bear in mind that if you're driving around school opening and closing, this is going to be quite a bit busier. Now it has to be said, because of the new roundabout they've built at ISOP, traffic conditions there have got a lot better. Because it's easier to get out there, you'll have less people coming this way to avoid the jams that there used to be there, if that makes any sense. And now we're coming down to the road that goes towards Paphos. On the left you will have St. Michael's Hospice. Just down here, which is on the left. Up there. We're going right, and this will bring us down to the International School of Paphos. They've done a lot of work on that in the last year or two. Seems to have expanded quite a lot. If you're bringing teenage kids to live in Paphos, the ISOP, or International School of Paphos, is one of the 3 international schools you'll probably want to consider for them to use. There's also the Learning Centre over in Agios Georgios and Aspire on the Tomb of the Kings Road. They're the 3 ones that people always check out. I mean, if your kids are a lot younger, you probably want to look at enrolling them in one of the local schools as an alternative to using. I mean, you could take them to ISOP and all that. It all depends on your financial situation, really. But definitely for teenage, you wouldn't really want to stick them in a local school where we didn't know the language or didn't know anybody. That's not a route to happiness. But here's the ISOP on the left. Nice big car park on the right now. I remember that used to be a little dust bowl. It still is in some places, but there you go. And here's a new roundabout, and I'll be finishing here because I've shown you what's on beyond there in the previous film. So take care, and thanks for watching. Bye.